we know that when these two lines are parallel, the angles are equal. Now let's reverse this question. If you have two corresponding angles of equal measure, for sure now the lines are parallel, which is line M with line N. And we said before that this sign called parallel. So line M parallel to line N for the existence of two corresponding angles, which is 50 here, and they are equal. So now this is the opposite operation of the last topic. Here you have the angles and you need to prove that they are parallel. We have now this question. This is 60, this is 60. Now they are alternate angles and they are equal. Because they are alternate and equal, now their two lines are parallel, line A with line B. This is the second condition. The third condition is whenever you have these two angles, these are called two interior angles. They are not equal. Take care, this is the only condition that they are not equal, but they add up to 180. If you have 130 and 50, if you add them, it's 180. So as we said before, if they are supplementary, now these two lines are parallel. وده عكس اللي اتفقنا عليه في الدرس اللي فات. احنا بيكون معانا ال parallel lines we use this rule. دلوقتي العكس. احنا معانا ال angles already, we add them, we found they are 180, so the lines are parallel. يبقى هما two conditions. If you have equal angles, if you have sum of angles equal to 180. We take care this called interior angles. This line is called transversal, as we said before. Now let's solve some questions. In each of the following, is M parallel to N or not, and why? This angle is 80, this angle is 80, and they are on one side, on the right side. واتفقنا لو هم في نفس السايد اسمهم corresponding. Now we have these two angles, they are equal to each other, they are corresponding to each other, so the lines are parallel, M and N. Now we have these two angles, they are also equal, but they are not on the same side. They are called alternating angles. If they are equal, so the lines are parallel for sure, so M parallel to N, because these of two alternating angles. Now we have these two angles. This is 120, this is 121. They are not equal, so the lines are not parallel. Because the angles are not equal, the lines are not parallel. اتفقنا قبل كده ان احنا مش بناخدها بالشكل. يعني احنا لو اخدناها بالشكل هم قريبين جدا لبعض. You have to measure or you have to know the value of the angle. Now we have these two angles, 120 and 60. Maybe you say they are not equal, so the lines are not parallel. But wait, these two angles are interior angles. For sure they will not be equal. This is obtuse, this is acute. But here you have 120 plus 60, which is 180. When they are interior angles, you add them. So because they are adding up to 180, the two lines are parallel, M and N. For sure, these two angles are called supplementary interior angles, as we said before, and this line is called a transversal line. Now we have another question, 123 and 58. If you add them, is it 180? No, it's not 180. So M and N are not parallel lines. So the angles are not supplementary. So take care when you have these two angles, which they are interior angles, you add them. If it's 180, they are parallel. If not, so the lines are not parallel. Now let's go to the new idea, which is how to write a proof in geometry. First of all, you need to read the question carefully. Take care when you read a question, and when you see any important part, just put underline or a circle around the important part. Second point is to determine the givens, what the question provides for you in the question. The third point is determine the required. What is the question needed from me? Then think about the proof plan, how I can start, how I can end. And then use your plan to write the proof. Check your answer at the end. So here are our points. First of all, read the question carefully. Second point, determine the givens you have and the required. Think about the proof plan before you start writing. Think, it means before you start writing, just think. Use your plan to write the proof. At the end, check your answer. If your answer is not correct, start over and choose another method. Sometimes if you choose a plan, you will see that the answer is not right. So go back, start from the first point, read the question again carefully, then choose another plan. Let's start with this question. In the opposite figure, CA parallel to BE. Measure angle B equal to 55. Measure angle C equal to 125. Prove that AB parallel to CD. So now, in this question, you have to read it carefully at the beginning, and then determine the givens and determine the required. Starting from here, this is also a given. This is the most important given here. This given will help us to find the other angles. So let's start with this given. We have CA parallel to BE, and you have two parallel lines with a line intersecting them. So this is called transversal. So first of all, you have to say that AB is a transversal. Now, if you have this transversal, we have equal angles. First of all, angle A equal to angle B. They make letter Z. They are called alternating. So they are equal. These alternating interior angles. So we use this given to find this answer. Now let's go to another point. If you have this, which is 55, and this is 125, let's add them because they are not equal for sure. So we need to add them. They add up to 180. So we have interior angles on the same side of the transversal. They are equal. So at the end, we have parallel lines, which is AB with CD. So let's summarize this. First of all, we read the question carefully. We determine the givens we have. Starting from here, this is the first given, this is the second given, this is the third given. Take care, in math, every word, it's a given. Now, this is the required. Let's start with the given we have, which is this one. If you have this given, if you have parallel lines, for sure you have a transversal, which is here AB. If you have a transversal, this leads to equal angles. Which angles here are equal? This one with this one. As this is on the left side, this is on the right side, so they are called alternating angles. Also, you can know that the alternating angles make letter Z or Z. Now, this is A equal to B, which is equal to 55. They are called alternating. This leads us to, if you have this, which is 55, and this is 125, and we need to prove that AB and CD are parallel. So let's add them. We found that the sum is 180, and they are interior angles. So this leads us to AB parallel to CD.
تقدر تتابع كل دروسك على تطبيق مدرستنا بلس. مدرستنا، المستقبل يبدأ الآن.